on second down. Here's Ryan. Freeman a first down and more. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now it's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Ryan to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
He'll get it up the middle. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
When I was playing, all our defensive coaches talked about when you're near your own goal line and you're trying to stop them from getting in, your heart gets tested. What a nice play on the last down.
A lot of heart on second. Do they have the heart on third? On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
All right. Take them 3.
Try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Ryan. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bryant's kick is good. And
oh, that big call timeout. I made a timeout. I was trying to ice the kicker. It charged me for the timeout, but it didn't stop it.
I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case... definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down, being chased out left. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the... That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face
of the guy,
get
that.
And can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Hank's almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Chris Long. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fight. He's got him in. Complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, Wentz steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left, and this is caught.
I called the line.
It's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way.
I got it. I caught the line.
The forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest...
God damn!
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Yes, sir.
Now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So we get...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Ajayi taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Second and 10 now, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective And oftentimes, after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan will throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Shit. They get it right back.
Turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Man wide open. And he gonna throw it over his head. Get the fuck out of here.
Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. From the gun, it's Ryan. Pass incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradley.
Oh, did he let it down at the 1? Get the fuck out of here, man.
A lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there.
Wow. That was fucked up.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's got his man. This is Tate. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw is Wentz. Flush to his right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Brooks Reed with a tackle. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Wentz going to throw. And Jeffrey's got it.
Yes.
12 yards there as they keep.
That was a big play there.
It's another 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Wentz now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Man, I'm trying to win.
That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
I know it.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure
I
just about
appreciate
all
it.
11 probably crashing the line here.
I gave it right back to you, though.
They run again with Ajayi. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Yeah, I gave it back to you after that.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some
Greg Street in the building.
there at the very end, but they couldn't get it
Greg
done.
Street,
We were treated to really a
Philadelphia Eagle.
affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off,
Not a foul.
you're exactly right. They took it down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon.